In light novel 5, there's a scene where Inojin and Himawari are drawing, and they have matching sketchbooks. I translated on my subreddit, and I was able to dig it up, but I'll put it here so all of you have this extra context before the events of TBB take place. The reason I'm making this video is because I've seen a lot of criticism for this relationship without people really understanding the background because it wasn't expounded upon directly in the manga. I talk about it a little bit more in depth in my actual TBV Chapter 1 analysis, which I'll link at the end of this video. The following is a paraphrased fan translation of an excerpt from a novel only available in Japanese. All credit for the original work goes to Team Bearable, Masashi Kishimoto, Mikio Ikemoto, and Ukyo Kodachi for writing the Japanese novel. Your artistic skills were just a way to hone your ninjutsu, were they not? I thought you didn't actually like drawing that much. If I recall correctly, you said something like that before. You're not wrong. Up until a little while ago, that used to be my line of thinking. A little while ago? Ah, there you are. A cutesy girl came jogging up to them with a sweet smile on her face. She was holding something in her hands. Ah, Mitsuki Oni-chan is here too. Oni-chan is a word for big brother. It can also be used by young girls to refer to boys that are older than them, hence why Boruto used to call Konohamaru ni-chan instead of sensei. Himawari uses it for all of Boruto's friends in the light novels. Hello, Himawari-chan. What brings you here? I'm gonna draw pictures. I made plans to draw with Inojin Oni-chan today. Is that so? Mitsuki was surprised that this was a common point of interest between the two. When he looked at Inojin, he noticed that his face had a slight reddish tint to it. After observing Inojin as a member of the same class, Mitsuki knew he almost always acted nonchalant about everything, but now he seemed to be embarrassed. Himawari seemed to be very attached to Inojin Oni-chan. Now that he looked closer, it seemed like they had matching sketchbooks. Taking in the sight before him, Mitsuki could vaguely understand why Inojin, who spoke so dryly of his drawings as just doing it for the sake of my clan's secret ninjutsu, had changed his mindset and wanted to draw for his graduation essay. Rather than coming to love painting, it might be more accurate to say that deep down he had always liked it, and something just gave him the chance to rediscover that. I see. Then Inojin is teaching you how to draw, Himawari-chan? Nope, I'm the teacher. Inojin Oni-chan's art teacher. Pretty cool, huh? Mitsuki didn't really understand, but it seemed like something complicated was going on. He had no idea that when Inojin had previously fallen into a slump and was no longer able to use the beast scroll properly, his father Sai suggested he relearn the importance of putting emotions into one's paintings from Himawari. Well, that's how it is. I didn't help you come up with any bright ideas, did I? I wouldn't say that. Thank you for your time. Mitsuki felt as though he'd be a nuisance if he hung around, so he decided to leave. He was able to read the room, even if it was just to this extent. That, along with Inojin's views, were likely changes brought about in them by the academy. So as you can see, even after graduation, Himawari and Inojin likely had drawing sessions together. Himawari likely brings the fun back into drawing for Inojin despite him having to do it as a part of his work as a ninja, and things just escalated from there to the point that they're at now in TBV. You can already see hints of Inojin crushing on her here with the redness in his face and Mitsuki commenting that he feels like he's intruding. Inojin's speech in TBV also softens a lot around Himawari in comparison to how he speaks to everyone else, which is with Sai's dry sarcasm or Ino's slightly angry seriousness. But regardless of whether you support this pairing or not, it is very much on display in TBV, especially on Inojin's end, so I think this is important background to have. This is a small portion of my TBV Chapter 1 analysis. If you want to read the full analysis, feel free to click on the link to my blog in the description. If you'd like to listen to it, I made a read aloud video as well. That's all for now. Thanks for watching and have a great day.